What's up?
Hey!
And welcome to another Sonic Roadkill AM weekend
Yes.
special.
Yes.
Yes. That's the name.
Indubitably.
This is another Stranger Things sort of special. We've now seen the first 3 episodes of season 2, which, no, it's, yeah, I know, I do that, yeah, that's correct.
Sorry.
I know, yeah, I know.
It looks weird.
I know.
It's all backwards.
Yes. We have now watched the first 3 episodes. We're not going to reveal too many spoilers, but we're going to talk a little bit about it. So if you haven't watched it at all and you plan to, you may want to go ahead and do that. So just right off the bat,
Do you have a spoiler warning thing?
that was it. What do you mean, like on the screen?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
No?
I didn't make one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Could have been an idea that we could have been generating together while I've
Okay.
been doing this for the last hour.
Okay.
Instead of here now that you're invested, and I'm glad you're here now.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Spoiler warning. That's pretty much it. I'm not gonna play the soundtrack the whole time as I did. I do actually have some. That didn't actually help at all. Okay, I do have some soundtrack selections based on the first couple episodes. They play a bunch of music from vintage music, yes, and we have a fairly decent collection of 80s music. So, all right. So for those who don't know at all. It does take place a year late after the events of the first season.
Yes.
There are some new characters introduced who we'll talk a little bit about without revealing too much about who they are. I don't know. Well, go ahead.
There's a new girl.
There's a new girl.
And she really wants to be their friend.
Uh-huh.
But Mike doesn't like her.
Uh-huh. That is some conflict. So one song that they played was "Girls on Film." I realized I have 2 Duran Duran records, and neither of which has "Girls on Film." They all have, like, one thing is basically just a live version of the same record, so they all have the same songs. I think I am going to play. I was going to play "You Know the Snake." I think I'm going to play "New Religion," but "Girls on Film" is a song by Duran Duran. They played in the first episode. Yes, a new girl and her brother. Her brother's name. Okay.
That's not her brother, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't know who. Yes, and a new. Right. All right. That's not even a spoiler because we don't know. Or I don't know. Do we know? Did they define? Yes, a new.
But he's really mean.
2 characters who are introduced together.
And they live together, but she did say we're family now.
Right. Okay. So we know some things about them. Her name is Max.
Yeah.
Which does tie into the first episode's title, Mad Max. His name is Billy?
I have no idea what his name is.
People are saying that his mullet is the breakout star of season 2, which I feel like there is a mullet battle going on that actually is consistent with what I remember about movies and TV shows from the 80s. That, like, whoa, his hair got bigger. Whoa, his hair got bigger, like, week by week, and like
him versus Steve.
Yeah. And that's pretty good. And the song I picked is skipping. And then the other characters introduced, Paul Reiser from My Two Dads plays a doctor. We don't know his name, right?
I can't remember. Yeah, we do.
I guess we're not like the super fans.
I'm just bad with names.
But no, he's good. Like, he's not trying to be Matthew Modine. He does his own thing, and so far he's like nice because he always plays nice guys. But he works for like that science lab, so we're all like
bad nice.
I mean, you're like you got to be suspicious.
No, he's been bad.
Oh, he's already been. Well, spoilers.
Sorry.
We're like imagine. Yeah, spoilers.
I thought we already had the spoiler warning now.
I thought we were doing low spoilers anyway, is what I warned from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, low spoilers. We're not just giving away every spoiler we have. We're trying to be sensitive about it. But if you haven't seen it all, maybe you want to do that first.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, let's try not to give away everything. one thing, just right off the bat, the show starts off not in Hawkins, Indiana. It starts off in Pittsburgh with the introduction of, and you don't quite know how all of this fits in, though they do reveal a tie-in, which I would rather not reveal. But that's another thing that people are saying on the internet is, who is that girl? We want to know how that ties in. And they reveal... I have a feeling. Yeah, no, that's kind of my guess, too, is that they'll return to that in Season 3 or possibly again in this. I also... Did they say definitively, or did you notice anything on the screen that would indicate, like, this is a flashback, or, like, how in the timeline that times it? Or was this somewhere during the year? Do you know what I mean? Like the...
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because... Yeah, a character who is normally in Hawkins, Indiana appears in this. So there are questions that, like right off the bat, they set you up to feel uneasy. I think if you knew even a little bit about it, you knew, okay, they are going to keep going with the same characters. They are going to keep going in Hawkins, Indiana. But it's still, you're like, what is this going on? Why are this? So it sort of sets you up to be uneasy. But they still sort of left that open-ended, and we don't know where they're going to go with that.
Yeah.
Some of the things that we had talked about. So on Spotify, if you download either volumes of the Stranger Things app, there's some sort of mode.
The app or?
No, I'm sorry, not app. The soundtrack. If you just download the soundtrack, it will, I guess it is an app, it will do something in your phone that sort of creates eerie, like upside down sensations on your phone, like makes things out of focus and
my phone already does that.
Right. And then we did mention the Beyond Stranger Things, which is the show that is somewhat like this one that recaps the episodes. We watched through episode 4 now, right? And then I wanted to give a shout.
I think 5.
Okay. Yes. But we haven't watched the whole thing yet. We do like to... We are trying to space it out. We didn't want to binge the whole thing. And you did have that big test, which you felt you did good on. Yeah, high five to that. And then I wanted to give a shout out to MakeItStranger.com, which does allow you to put anything, and I guess by anything I mean anything.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, and that is... that's what you wanted to have put there, yes. Proud, out and proud.
Yes.
Yeah, but you can go to MakeItStranger.com. Coming up next, A Little World Today Live.
Yes.
You can put pretty much any text you want, and so those are just screenshots. But when you do it, it takes a few moments to load, and then the background is actually all like floaty and like it's fairly high quality. So shout out to them. It's a free. I guess that's an online app that you can do.
It's just a website.
It's just a website.
Well,
but is it not an app? I know is it not an application?
An application is something you have to like download.
Is it, or is an application something that affects change on your computer? I don't know either. They played Devo a lot in the first episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the easy listening music. Will you hold this up, please, for whichever camera version of with it. Wait, no, I'm not. That's the wrong disc. Thank you. Yeah, I like the art of that. The art of this. Alright, yeah, no, everything, so, yeah, everything is very vintage, everything is very authentic, down to, like, the Dixie cup dispenser on their counter. Like, I remember we didn't have this in our house, but it was always, like, the kind of thing, like, you went to a friend's house and they like, actually had the Dixie cup dispenser on the counter.
Wait, they just get a new paper cup every time?
I know. Look, next time either you watch the episodes we watch or if they show it again, I think it's in Mike's bathroom. Yeah, they have a paper cup dispenser. I guess they get a new cup every time.
You only do that at the dentist,
it was
bro.
I know, no, it was exactly those cups too. It was the 80s, dude. We were super wasteful.
What is wrong with you, man? Didn't you understand what nature was? Did you understand that
barely. Nature
cups
was...
were made out of trees, and trees were hard to find.
cups are made out of trees. That makes me just feel like a kid's song. Right? You could, yeah. No, okay. Nature to us was the colors that people... like that people's clothes and furniture was in the 70s, like the brown tones, and that was as close as we wanted to get to nature. The earth tones that people decorated in the 70s, and we didn't even want to get too close to that in the 80s. Like nature was something to...
You guys were awful. You seem like such awful people.
Was something to plasticize and to like pave over as quickly as possible, so we didn't have to like remember or consider that it was there. Anything natural in our bodies needed to be removed or synthesized.
Nylon,
yeah, no, everything, always. Yeah, no, it's true.
Yikes. No, I have to deal with y'all 80s idiocy.
I feel like this isn't Whip It, but it is a Devo song.
Yes.
In any event, you had been talking about, at parts of the first episode, it reminded you of Sag Harbor, and I was saying how, I think, if it's like season 1, it's shot in Georgia, but they were trying to recreate certain feels about Long Island, particularly Amityville, which is, and I think Merritt, like places where Stephen King or some of those movies were shot, and some of those, they were definitely going for that feel. So if you got that sense, that was one of their, one of the things they draw from. Another inspiration they drew heavily from, I promise you I will not be playing the Ghostbusters theme. I feel like I love that song, but it is one of the most heavily overplayed songs of all time. I may play Ghostbusters 2 theme song. We also have Chartbusters by Ray Parker Jr., so I could play another song by him. He actually has other songs, so I can't say I've ever actually... Oh, Christmas Time! He's a Christmas song. We could do some Christmas Creep and get started on that.
We don't need any Christmas music already. It's not even Halloween.
This kind of feels seasonal. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Let's avoid Christmas Creep. And I actually like kind of the new trend of extending Halloween and horror into November. Like, there isn't really... I don't know. Like, you get all this... Like, I think we have enough as a culture related to horror that oftentimes it's not over by, like, if a movie comes out on Halloween, or if it comes out the week before Halloween because they're trying to capitalize on Halloween, then it's still in the theater the week after. So I say we reserve the first part of November for horror too. And then then family, and then shopping.
No, never do they ever leave the tiniest bit for family.
Oh, never. Oh, okay, good. You're being cynical with me. Yes, no, then no family. We find some way to commercialize Thanksgiving, but we never really quite can do that. So we go right to Christmas the day after, and we never ever call it holidays or acknowledge anyone else or
turkey. Yes. Turkeys. This turkey weighs 4 pounds and it's $75 billion.
They can be. All right, I am playing Ghostbusters. I am playing On Our Own by Bobby Beresford Brown from the Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack. Well, why are they making this complicated? Should it not be the first song? Oh, it is. I'm making it complicated by trying to read. Some new games that are coming out. There is an Eggo card game that's actually basically like Uno. I guess the rules are like Uno, but it looks like an Eggo box. There is a Stranger Things Ouija board coming out that basically looks like that.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. And then there's a Stranger Things Monopoly, because I'm assuming the locations are all like Hawkins again, and I'll go to the upside down. That kind of thing.
Cool board games are cool.
Cool board games are cool. Yes. Good.
I have one of them cards.
Yeah. Yes, just play like regular 52, set of 52 playing cards. Yes. You can play many, many games with those.
Yeah.
Yes. So no, that is coming to you. I'm assuming, I think we talked about this, an onslaught of Stranger Things merchandising will be coming our way. I have not seen season 2 soundtrack on vinyl available yet.
There aren't that many original, like most of the music is from the first season.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too.
But there have been a few songs I feel like aren't.
Or arrangements. I think that they use definitely some of the music that's definitely like straight from like this sounds note for note like the first season, and then other things that sound some new and mixed in. But like there's new original music, but maybe not enough for a whole soundtrack or 2-volume 4-record soundtrack as they did with season 1.
They could always do 2 and 3 together.
Right, that's sometimes what they do too. That's a good point. The other new character I was going to play, speaking of movie soundtrack songs, I was going to play Goonies Are Good Enough by Kitty and the Mangers. Sean Astin joined the cast. What is his character's name?
Bob.
Oh!
What was that?
I don't know.
You thought I was talking to you?
Well, no, I just... Yes. No, I don't... Yes. That's right.
Because you looked at me so confused, you go like, Bob, what? I'm like, oh yeah, you're talking about him.
Yeah. That's... no, oftentimes, if something or someone is named Bob, then I actually forget it. Because it's probably like some like block, like I don't like that. Like, I'm Bob. And anyway, no, we
like that
it,
Meerkat. I hate her.
Oh, yes. Okay, back to Meerkat Man. So he is the voice of Meerkat. Yes, in addition to Goonies, he actually is the voice of Meerkat Man. And that's not what you were mentioning. There is a Goonie. There's a Goonie named Nikita. There should be. There is a Meerkat named Nikita, particularly on season 4. She takes over. Sean Astin is not the voiceover on season 4. Soccer Channing does a great job, actually. It's fine. I was very skeptical. What is this? Next Generation.
I get so confused every single time. It's like I'm like on my phone listening, so I'm like not paying attention.
Yes,
like,
sure.
Nikita, blah blah blah. What? What did it? Oh.
Oh yeah, no. Every time they mention on the show, it throws you off.
It's like, I'm just like.
Yeah. But yeah, no, nothing against Bill Murray. What About Bob is not my favorite movie. No, in any event, but we do like the character. He works at Radio Shack, which I just think is awesome. I don't know, is this a spoiler to anything? I don't think in particular. But ditching school and going to Radio Shack is just like the awesomest thing in the like dorky. I don't know, I love that. Do you want to ditch school? Yeah, let's go to Radio Shack. Awesomest product placement ever.
Yes. You want to go to Radio Shack? I think I'd rather stay at school.
Yes. And then the other product placement, and it does actually appear. So in a review, they mentioned Three Musketeers, and I was like, I don't remember that being a positive product placement because he says, if I get another Three Musketeers,
I'm going to kill myself.
So I was like, that's not really much of a product placement. But then it does appear. Oh, with another new character who we're really not going to talk too much about because it does reveal sort of plot.
Or does it?
Or does it? But no, ongoing Three Musketeers. Well, no, it involves feeding of an animal, which I'm like, that animal's going to die. That's still not a good product placement for Three Musketeers, but I don't know. It does figure into the plot somewhat. Wow, I played all of On Our Own by Bobby Brown. I am going to play Goonies Are Good Enough by Kitty and the Mangers. And it's probably...
Is that a 7-inch?
Yeah.
It looks small.
It's slightly melted.
Oh.
I think this might be the end of Elvis Has Left a Building. And then let me see, did we talk about everything? Oh, one thing you had mentioned was that the kids had fought for and won the right to use some racy language on this season, and they do. It doesn't particularly change things, does it?
Yeah, they swore a bit, which they didn't do any swearing last. I can't remember if they swore it all last season, but they did swear it.
I mean, one thing that I had read was that initially when they were pitching this around, before it got bought by Netflix, there were a bunch of things, including the possibility of being like a 24-episode, like 1-hour show, which they were never super enthusiastic about because they didn't feel they wanted to tell this in like a certain really like cinematic, compact way and not have to like have like A plots and B plots and like sort of drag it out. They wanted it the way it was. But another thing they really, really fought for was to have it center on kids, but not be a kids show. Not dumb it down or make it obviously like sanitized. They wanted to tackle real, like be a legitimate level of sci-fi scary, but also like real world issues that like, grown-ups who are kind of messed up and like, like real world. And I think that they achieved that, and I think that they've been appreciative of Netflix for letting them do that and spoken out about like, thank you, we're glad to be on Netflix that we had that opportunity. But yeah, the kids swear just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. I saw this thing online that's like Stranger Things and It crossover. And then it just showed a picture of somebody looking confused, and then it showed a picture of, there's this like scene from some Spider-Man thing where there are two Spider-Mans and they're both confused. Oh. And it was both characters that Finn plays just looking at each other really confused.
Yeah. Wait, did you say it? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I only heard the first part of that, but I do have a... Oh yeah. This picture of a child dressed up as Pennywise. I like to put... That's
pretty realistic.
Yeah. I like to put... I think that whoever the parents are did a good job. I like to put... I feel like putting an image on like half, like opaque, so it's like kind of see-through makes it creepier. Are you trying to line your face up with it?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. You're going there. Here, I'll do it. I can do it with the camera.
I'll just...
Okay, maybe I can't do it with the camera. There we go. Okay, so I feel like... Oh, okay. We'll cover a couple other, maybe not so Stranger Things. There are tie-ins between it. I mean, they're both period pieces. They both obviously have been Wolf Hard. But they're definitely very different as well. No, they both feature unnamed terrors. I feel like as far as sci-fi and suspense, because oftentimes that kind of show, that's where they crap out. Like something like the X-Files, keeping that, coming up with new monsters, that's where it can be challenging. But I think they've really amped up the suspense level this season. Like they actually, I mean, anything like the classic line in Kick-Ass, "You're treating me like Hero Season 2, but I'm Hero Season 1." Like I think anything like Stranger Things that comes out so strong out the gate, there's such a risk of the second thing not living up to it. But so far, so good. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. That's our statement. Okay. Do I need to play anything? I played Duran Duran. Oh, well, I will. Alright, I will play the My Two Dads thing, because I have it, and that makes me happy. It's hard to find because these... Oh, no, it's not, because it's the second song on the side. Because all the songs in this are only like 30 seconds long, they're very close together on the record, which can make it kind of challenging to find the right song. That is Major Dad. Okay. Oh! This would be Greg Ebbington, who performs the theme song to 3 out of the 4 TV shows that he was on. Which I don't know how he worked that, but good for him. He's a good singer.
And then, do you have Saved by the Bell?
I do, actually.
Can we do Saved by the Bell?
Yes, okay. We'll listen to some Saved by the Bell. And then in sort of non-Stranger Things news, Starbucks has come out with a zombie frappuccino.
I think I'm going to Starbucks. I'll do it at like this afternoon. After I finish my...
I think it's green apple caramel flavor.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, there's some baristas. Okay, let's see if I can hit the Saved by the Bell. And this is off of Greatest Hits Cable Ready.
I said Drive Die. Saved by the Bell.
Drive-by shooting on Saved by the Bell. Drive Die, Zach. What are you talking about? I'm sorry.
It'll be alright. That's my plan for LA tomorrow. No, I'm kidding. I'll do it. It's harder, man.
Right on. Okay, so that does, and that, okay. The other, after I play this, where did I put it? I have to get up. I'll be right back.
It's alright, 'cause I'm saved by the bell.
Okay, the last thing. All right, so a couple of independence things that are interesting. The region of Catalan in Spain has declared independence.
Yes.
Yeah, whether or not that's actually going to happen, and what, like, now people have all sorts of things to say about that.
Yeah, I heard about this like a week or two ago. About not necessarily that they already had, but they were planning to.
Yeah,
something
no,
in Spain
they got the votes. They got the votes in Parliament, but then people are like, I mean, other politicians are like, no, that's not going to happen. Other countries in the EU are already saying they're not going to recognize them, except possibly Finland, but most countries are already stating we're not going to recognize you. They won't have NATO or World Trade Organization, like, the benefits of participation.
Oh.
So whether or not they can declare it, but whether or not it will go through, it actually involves a lot of other things. So, and I don't know enough about it to be like, I'm rooting for them, but, I always root for, like, independence.
Yeah.
And
but, aren't they in the middle of the country, though?
And again, oftentimes these things have to do with, like, ethnic regions and people who are battling over traditional lands who may really both have a historical... That's what seems to be the tricky part. Both of their people have been there for hundreds of years. And so, but both of them really feel we're the only people who should be here. I try to stay out of that. On the flip side of that, California has now, I think it's on the ballot or it's gotten enough signatures to clear the ballot to separate the state into 3 separate states. There would be Northern California, Southern California, and California. California, just the state of California, would really basically just be LA. Northern California would be like the tech industry, and then Southern California would be like farming and shit. And that's how they've split it up. A tech billionaire is behind this. He was previously behind a plan to split California up into 6 different regions. Now...
Wait, then where, if it's LA, where is, like, San Francisco?
San Francisco would be northern. That would be, like, San Francisco, San Jose, the tech industry, that would be northern. And it's not quite that cut and dry. It would be regions around LA. But basically, yeah, it would economically divide the state by 3 different regions. The motion picture industry, the tech industry, and agriculture. I see some logic to that, but it would also, their school system, would we have 3 governors, 3 legislatures? Would they all get to send people to Congress? Would they all,
that's complicated.
It makes it complicated.
Just
it's interesting.
Become your own country, no.
That's the other option. We are Cascadia now kind of people. Yeah, I mean, if you
Not
want...
that, like, Cascadia and California should both become countries.
Okay, so California by itself, and then us, Oregon, and, like, British Columbia, if they want to join, maybe Idaho, but not if they're going to be racist.
Hey, Idaho! You can hang out with us, but not if you're going to be racist, man.
I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but yeah, there's a history there. So, so that was, I don't know, that's the other thing that's... Alright, so that's basically, I think that's our Sonic Stranger Things special. We're probably going to continue to talk about Stranger Things through our viewing of the next few episodes obsessively.
I had Halloween candy yesterday.
Yeah. Some Reese's. From the...
Oh, you said Reese's. I thought you said some racist?
Some racist candy? We've had this exact confusion on the air before, which is amazing. That racist candy. Yeah.
You say racist like it sounds like racist.
Well, everything sounds racist to me, but that's just, how I see the world.
Okay, no, that's not what I meant literally the word. When you say racist, it sounds like you're saying racist. I'm like, what? I'm just sitting here like, what are you talking about now?
Good times. Racism.
Well.
No, I know. No, in any event.
Well, now you made me feel bad.
I wasn't thinking. No, we were both okay. Wah, wah. On that note,
racism is funny, but when you say racist, it sounds like racism. That is funny.
And now a very special announcement from the hosts of Sonic Roadkill. Recently,
don't be racist.
Don't be racist.
Don't be racist.
Recently, we've made light of racism, and that was bad. and now, about 30 seconds later, I'm moderately sorry. No, I'm not making fun of racism at all, but it's okay to have laughs and things, and those things still exist in the world when you're done laughing, so go back to fighting them, but you can't be, some people do miss the point, you can't be serious at every second, I don't know, and that you can
laugh at racist people because they're
without
stupid.
laughing at racist, we're not making racist jokes, or that, you can definitely laugh at racist people because they're stupid. For sure. Okay, I mean, on that note, let's end our show.
Racism is bad. Idaho, you can't hang out with us if you're going to be racist.
Well, let's not be exclusive. Idaho, you can hang out with us.
Don't be racist.
When you're done being racist. And let's not just pick on Idaho, because there are a number of states that...
Hey, Eastern Washington!
Whoa, yeah, that's good. No, hitting a little closer out. No, I was going to say Missouri, which actually has a travel advisory. Like, if you're a person of color or a member of the LGBT community, you may want to consider traveling down to Missouri because they have actual practices in place that if you get arrested when it's not safe. I mean, Missouri is the state to actually single out a racist state. But there are a number of them, unfortunately, and you know who you are. On that
I mean, Oregon can be pretty racist too.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, I know. It's true.
It's true. Specifically, Eastern Washington sometimes can be pretty racist. And even though Seattle, we like to think of ourselves like, oh, we're not.
But I don't want to divide it. Even Seattle can be pretty racist because there are a lot of people here. Well, no, but I still want to make it an us versus them. There are a lot of people who just got here. First of all, I'm not from Seattle. You're not even born in Seattle. But like, there are people who got here last week and they bring their shit from other places with them. And there are people who come here with privilege because of the industries that they're invited to work in. And I'm not even talking about their race, but they bring privilege with them, regardless of their race or gender themselves. They bring those privileged attitudes, and that's not good.
Every Amazon employee.
I wasn't. Whoa! You were just not afraid to throw down. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm serious.
Square up, huh?
On that note, for reals, this is the end of Sonic Roadkill, and then we will have some Lube World, which may or may not also be shockingly inappropriate. No, yeah. All right. I love you. All right,
You too,
peace
Kat.
out.
Bye.